Hello once again. I welcome you to Marriage Without Tears channel. This is the ultimate channel where couples that want to make a difference in their marriage, where they come and they receive the nuggets, the intricacies, the art of how to build effective and effectual marriages. This is the channel and I welcome you. If you are about to get married or you're already in marriage and you want to build your marriage so that it stands the test of time, this is your channel, Marriage Without Tears channel. As a matter of fact, I want to apologize for not being on set for quite a while. For close to 3-4 weeks now, we have not done this, and this is because of the numerous engagements we had over time, seminars and all manner of workshops. But I want to tell you that I will make it up for you. I will make it up. Please be part of this channel. It's very, very important if you must build a marriage that will stand the test of time. What are we discussing today? We are looking at wrong marriages. Marriages where the partners are not meeting target. Marriages where the partners, instead of enjoying the bliss of marriage, are daggers drawn continually. Marriages where infighting, a lot of rubbles, a lot of scam have come in, and it appears as if they have all made some serious errors or some serious mistakes. Marriages that are on the verge of separation and divorce. These are marriages that I can refer to as wrong marriages. Marriages whereby the couples, instead of working as one, are busy working at cross purposes. All manner of plots and schemes and wicked devices are seen on daily basis in such a marriage. These are wrong marriages. These are marriages that should not have taken place in the first place. And we want to look at that. Once again, my name is Felix Okeke. I am your marriage counselor and coach, and I welcome you to Marriage Without Tears channel. So let's kick start it. Why is it that couples that started their marriage with a lot of excitement over a period of time, sometimes as short as 1 month, sometimes as short as a few weeks, they allow their union to degenerate into a level of reproach, a level of shame that you begin to wonder, why is it so? What happened over a period of time? What are those things that they failed to arrest or they failed to see at the initial, at the onset of the marriage? I want us to look at that. Number one, if you are in a relationship and you are hoping to get married to your partner, you are possibly in the period of courtship, there are indices that you need to observe very, very clearly. Don't allow the love you have for one another to overshadow your capacity to understand what is going on in the life of your spouse. If you are in a relationship of courtship, for instance, there are things, indicators, red light indicators, which you must try to, to discern from the onset. Because if you don't arrest it and you allow it to go into the marriage proper, your marriage will be, it will be full of thorns and thistles. What are those things? If your spouse or your partner consistently lies to you about what he or she is doing, about where he is, or about the companies he keeps, about some certain things he's doing, and there's no essence, there's no openness, everything is coated in lies and half-truths, then it is a red light. It is something that you must watch properly. Because if that person consistently lies to you, there is no reason why you should believe that he will suddenly become an honest fellow because you have entered into a covenant of matrimony with him. No. As long as he's a liar and it has not been curtailed, he will continue to lie. Those are this is one of the indicators. The second thing, if you discover that that person is not, is not always pleased with having you as the only person in his life, you discover that even while you are still dating, he's still or she's still dating others and trying to, check you out with another person, comparing you with another person. I mean, you must be very, very wary of such a person. Because if somebody wants to spend the rest of his life or the rest of her life with you, that person must be okay with having only you in his or her life. Very, very important. But I have seen people who, despite all those indicators, they allow it to, they try to just push it aside and went ahead with the marriage. And over a period of time, you start having all manner of, marital cheatings and all that. So Very, very important. You need to check that out. If you discover that somebody is miserly, even though he has a lot of money with him, but he ties the money into a mattress and hides the money from you while every one of you is complaining. I mean, everybody is complaining of hard time and you are practically not able to feed yourself. But somehow he has a lot, but he pretends not to have. There's no reason to believe that he will change after marriage. These are red light indicators. There are so many things. If you discover that somebody's spiritual life is very, very down before marriage, and you have not been able to quicken or revive him spiritually, there is no reason to believe that suddenly he will become a prayer warrior after marriage. So these are things you must watch out. I have seen people who overlooked such things, such red light indicators, and they went into marriage, and over a period of time, it became a disaster. I want you to know very well that if there be things that you need to correct before the inception of the marriage, please go ahead and correct them before you go into, a permanent kind of relation. Because permanency is about marriage, and marriage is about permanency. So you must watch it out. You must watch out for these things. These are some of the things. And if you discover, for instance, that somebody is more interested on his or her own physical outlook more than the spiritual outlook, or more than the emotional outlook. He's not investing emotionally, he's not investing his or her life spiritually, but he's more interested in buying the best attires, the best fashions in the market. He's more interested in, using his or her money to buy all the latest bags and all the latest shoes and all the latest jewelries. But you can't find a Bible with him. It is something you have to watch out for, because there's no reason to believe that that person will eventually just change just like that, simply because you got into marriage. So these are red light indicators. These are things you need to watch out if you don't want to enter into a very wrong marriage. I want you to take note of this. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so immediately. There's a red button by my side. Once you click on it, you get subscribed and become part of this wonderful channel. As we move on, now suddenly you are in a wrong marriage. What do you do? The first thing you must do is to find out areas that are inhibiting the success of your marriage. In what areas are you people struggling? Is it in your spiritual life? Is it in the emotional life? Is it in lack of respect? Is it in lack of proper communication? Is it in lack of good sex? Where are you struggling in the marriage? What is causing that disaster in your marriage? Why are you people drifting apart instead of coming together as a couple? You must discover that. That is the first thing. Find out what it is. Be able to pinpoint it. It's not a general thing. You must not generalize the situation, because when you generalize, you are not able to find solution. But when you are able to pinpoint the areas where you are struggling, it becomes easy for you to find solution to it. Now, the second thing you must also do, if you discover that if you call your partner's attention, he or she does not hear you, then you must look for somebody that is older in marriage, possibly an older couple, or somebody he or she respects, to come in and see whether he or she can help you ameliorate the situation. Another way also is to seek a counselor that is noted, that is well grounded in the art of rebuilding marriages, so that the counselor will come onto your situation in a more objective position and be able to listen to the various sides of the story and be able to gather you people together in the union. Those are things you need to do. And of course, if all fails and you have tried over a period of time and you discover that there is no way out, or it appears as if your partner is hell-bent on making you miserable in that marriage, I would like you to know one thing. Please, it is better to get out of a bad marriage than for you to get consumed in it. I repeat, it is better to get out of a bad marriage than for you to get consumed in it. I have heard so many fanatics and so many people say, oh, once you are married, your marriage is forever. I believe that as a Christian, that your marriage ought to be forever. But I have seen situations where young men and young women perished in the marriage. And when they die, the one that survived it will go ahead and marry another person and begin to enjoy his or her life. No, I will not wish that for an enemy. If you discover that your marriage, you have tried all you can, you have sought counselors, you have sought for the intervention of all manner of people, and you discover that that marriage is meant in destroying you or making you live miserable for the rest of your life, please, I advise you, as a man, as a woman in marriage, please seek for easy ways and pull out. It is possible that you can find happiness in another vessel. It is very important for you to know that. Wrong marriages are destructive. Wrong marriages have seen people perish. Wrong marriages have seen businesses collapse. Wrong marriages have seen families, in daggers wrong with one another. Wrong marriages have seen in-laws pitch against in-laws. Wrong marriages have seen societies crash against. Let me tell you, please, for whatever it's worth, if you are in a wrong marriage and you have sought all there is to seek in trying to amend the situation, and you discover that it is getting worse by the day, and lives are also being threatened, please, I advise you, separate while you pray for a better reunion. Separate. But if you discover even during the separation that it's still getting worse, please get a divorce and move on. I thank you for taking out time to listen to this wonderful edition. Once again, please, I believe that wrong marriages should be checked. It should not be allowed to determine the rest of your life. Look at this red button by my side. Click on it, get subscribed, and be part of this wonderful channel. I look forward to seeing you next week when we shall come up with another wonderful topic. And if you have any comment concerning some of the things I've pointed out in this edition, please, there is a comment section below. Go down there, pen your comment, say whatever you want to say. It will be my joy to respond to you in the process of time. Thank you very much and have a wonderful time. God bless you and bless you indeed.